Welcome to Chicago.
Thanks for having me here in your town, my former town.
Anytime, yep.
So what do you think of Donald Trump dissing members of the Republican Party for celebrities?
He's been doing it throughout, but I'm not sure if it's a dissing. No one wants to go because he's not a Republican. On any of the issues that Republicans care about, he's on the opposite side, on trade, on national security, on health care, tax policy, whatever. He's not a Republican, so it doesn't surprise me they don't want to go. But this convention, I don't know what's going to happen. It might be, flying monkeys and supermodels.
That's what it seems
We're going to have
right?
Don King, twice convicted felon, and so this is what we expect from Trump. But I hope the Republicans in the country, I think the country already has started to wake up to the fact that this is a serious job he's running for. As President of the United States, the leader of the free world, in charge of the largest economy in the world. And I don't think this guy is up to the task. And you can see by putting Don King on the stage at either party is a joke. And just to me, it exemplifies the joke of his candidacy.
Well, what do you say to the people who say that the Republican Party is the joke here? Because if people weren't so angry with the failures of the party, and both parties, I'm not here to attack the Republicans, but the reason why Donald Trump is here is because the voices of the American people have spoken.
Well, part of the reason he's here is we have a terrible primary process, and that's our fault. But as a lifelong Republican, I don't like it. I think the party has a lot to be proud of. The party of Abraham Lincoln, who was nominated just down the street, Everett Dirksen from Pekin, who was a big part of the civil rights movement, Ronald Reagan, who did more to free people defeating communism than probably any president in our history. We have a great heritage, but now we've got this goofball with this goofy sign behind us who's going to be our nominee, who doesn't represent any of the values that the Republican Party does. So it's a bad day.
So you're saying that the reason why speakers, or athletes or people in sports are being invited to speak is really only because he can't find Republicans to speak? Or is it because he's just trying to change the tone or the look of the actual convention?
With a twice convicted felon? I mean, that doesn't change it. That takes it off the charts. It's more people won't go. I think Ted Cruz is the only one that's actually asked for a spot, because I think he has aspirations for the next cycle. But nobody wants to go. Our governor's not going. Senator Mark Kirk's not going. I don't think any of the congressional delegations are going from Illinois, and I think that's throughout the country. Nobody wants a picture with Donald Trump, because we all see the coming train wreck here, and the unfortunate byproduct of that is we're going to get Hillary Clinton as our president, which I think is a bad thing, too.
Right, but a lot of Illinoisans voted for Trump in the primary process, correct?
Well, yeah, I mean, he won the primary here, but the primary turnout is low, certainly not representative of the whole state. But if you go around here in the suburbs, there's some districts up here, he's at 13%.
Right.
In the suburbs, I think it's but roughly 7 in 10 women will never vote for him. So he's not going to do well in Illinois, and I think that's why he's going to have a lot of trouble winning this thing.
Why do you think Bobby Knight, though, is going? Bobby Knight helped him win in Indiana. Bobby Knight has a personality, a great, huge personality, not necessarily liked by a lot of people because of his chair throwing and his behaviors as a coach. But it's interesting because Mike Tyson said he had to travel, or not Mike Tyson, I'm sorry, Mike Ditka. He kind of denied it but endorsed him. Mike Tyson Bloomberg said he was going to go, but then
another convicted
felon
of rape.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think that this is because these men are afraid of the political backlash or the backlash with their fans, or is it just that they don't want to go and be a part of it?
Why would you subject yourself to that? A guy like Mike Ditka, whose whole life here in Chicago revolves around doing charitable work, good charitable work for people. Why would he want to subject himself to that ridicule or potential, freak show that we might get out of this convention? I don't know why Bobby Knight would think about it. We all love him as the general, the coach of the Indiana basketball teams, but it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
And I'm not sure how much impact his endorsement in Indiana had. I mean, I'd rather see Mitch Daniels, the Purdue president, the former governor. But I don't know. But I kind of doubt Bobby Knight's going to show up either. I mean, what's he going to talk about?
It's bizarre to me. I don't know. Maybe, like you said, monkeys and models.
Flying monkeys.
Flying monkeys.
Supermodels.
And supermodels. All right.
Yeah, and I'll be on the floor, so we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us here in Chicago with Trump Tower, your future president.
Greatest city in the world, isn't it?
Thank you all for watching.